Is Lightning Lane worth it at Magic Kingdom? What if I told you that at Disney's Magic Kingdom in a single day, you could experience Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, twice, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, TRON Lifecycle Run, and more than 10 other attractions at Disney's Magic Kingdom, plus lunch, all in 8 hours. And you could even have time for not one, but 2 photo shoots with different PhotoPass cast members. Hi, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel. We are both seniors. You are a senior or are planning a trip to Disney's Magic Kingdom with one or more family members who are seniors. You're wondering if purchasing Disney's Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and Single Pass, or both, for a day at Disney's Magic Kingdom is worth the cost for a senior. Join Nancy and I now as we share with you our experience with Disney's Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and Single Pass for a day at Disney's Magic Kingdom on Black Friday, November 29, 2024, the day after Thanksgiving. As you proceed through our video, if it is helping you in any way, please do click that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney YouTube channel for older adults and seniors. Before we show you our experience with Disney's new Lightning Lane offerings, let's start with the cost. This is from the email confirmation which Nancy received after she purchased Disney's Lightning Lane offerings for us on Friday, November 15, 2024. The cost per person for Disney's Lightning Lane Multi-Pass was $29 each per tax. Nancy then purchased the Single Pass for a TRON Lifecycle Run, and its cost, again per person, was $21 per tax. So the total cost for each of us was, as you can see here, $106.52 in total, including tax. But wait, there's more. 4 days later, still before our day at Disney's Magic Kingdom, Nancy was feeling real generous, and she purchased a second Lightning Lane Single Pass. For this second Single Pass, Nancy paid only $13 each, plus tax, and it was for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train attraction. That brought our total Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and 2 Single Passes to a whopping $134 for the two of us combined. As well, before we show you our Lightning Lane experience at Disney's Magic Kingdom, let's review the reservations we made prior to entering the park. Here were our Lightning Lane selections. We selected 3 multi-pass selections to start our day. First was Tiana's Bayou Adventure starting at 8 a.m. Second was the Haunted Mansion starting at 9 a.m. Third was Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin starting at 10 a.m. For the first single pass selection of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Nancy selected a start time of 11:10 a.m. Nancy had selected for our second single pass, being TRON Lifecycle Run, a start time of 2:25 p.m. Now, there was one more thing to add before we start our day at Disney's Magic Kingdom, so you have all the facts. Nancy and I headed for Disney's Magic Kingdom to be there for the 7:30 early admission available to us, as we were spending the last few days of our vacation at the villas of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. So naturally, we took the monorail. While we were waiting in line at Disney's Magic Kingdom for the 7:30 park opening, we were able to secure a virtual queue spot for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So that meant we had 2 reservations for this, as we would soon come to experience wonderful attraction. It was our first time. That being the Lightning Lane single pass reservation and a virtual queue, boarding group 32 to be exact. We then entered Disney's Magic Kingdom at 7:30 a.m. and after the 2 photo ops we showed earlier on Main Street, USA, we headed for Peter Pan's Flight. We rarely get to experience this attraction because the lines are so long, but we were certain, being at Magic Kingdom so early, due to us staying at the Disney Resort, that the line would not be long. We were right. The line was all of 5 minutes when we arrived, but it was already up to 40 minutes once we finished Peter Pan's Flight. We are not counting this time savings because it was due to us entering Magic Kingdom for rope drop, not because of any Lightning Lane reservation. Next, we then went directly across from Peter Pan's Flight to It's a Small World attraction. Look how empty it was. There was no waiting at all. Yet again, anytime savings were not counting for this attraction either. Now, it was just about the 8 a.m. start time for our first Lightning Lane multipass, that being for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, right? Nope. What happened? Well, just like what happened to Nancy and I at both Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot theme parks, one of the attractions was not open when it was time for our Lightning Lane reservation. Not to worry. There's no need to fret. We've learned from the prior Lightning Lane experiences, as we showed in the previous videos, that all will be okay. In our Walt Disney World app on our smartphone, it was already showing the Lightning Lane Select Experiences option in place of the Tiana's Bayou Adventure reservation. This means, as we showed in our other Lightning Lane for Seniors videos, we could simply walk onto any of a group or a selection of attractions at Magic Kingdom at our leisure. Wait until you see how we used it. So, what did Nancy and I do? Well, our next attraction reservation was not for another hour. Haunted Mansion at 9 a.m. We checked, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad only had a 10-minute wait, so off we went. No Lightning Lane needed. We really liked this attraction. Once we were finished, we checked the Disney World app once more and saw that another favorite attraction of ours, Pirates of the Caribbean, was only a 5-minute standby wait, so off we went. It was still not 9 o'clock yet, so next door's Jungle Cruise was only another 10-minute wait. So once again, without using any Lightning Lane multi-pass or single-pass reservations, off we went to the Jungle Cruise. Now, while we were in line for the Jungle Cruise, Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened. Yet, it was now a few minutes after 9 o'clock when our first multi-lane reservation began for the Haunted Mansion. So, we decided to go and experience the Haunted Mansion. There was the infamous 13-minute standby queue wait time for the Haunted Mansion, so we will have this as our savings for the first Lightning Lane multi-pass reservation of the day.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Off then to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Nancy and I were able to experience this attraction back to back, or 2 times in a row. How? The first time was using the second Lightning Lane multi-pass reservation. The second time was using the virtual queue, as our boarding group number 32 had been called. This was our first time being able to experience Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It was wonderful. When we went right back into the virtual queue for this line, again because our boarding group 32 had been called, we were standing for about 40 minutes. So we'll use this as our savings for our second multi-pass for this first experience. Tiana's Bayou Adventure did not disappoint at all. It had great use of different technologies, and the party at the end was a wonderful surprise. Our next Lightning Lane reservation was still another 30 minutes away, so we could have simply relaxed and waited. Instead, we went to one of my favorites, Mickey's PhilharMagic, such an endearing attraction. And usually no more than a 5 or 10 minute wait. Once done, it was then time for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which was our first Lightning Lane single pass reservation of the day. This is such a popular attraction with typically long wait times in the standby queue area, exceeding over an hour. Today, the time saved was 45 minutes. Nancy and I had experienced a lot, and it was only lunchtime. Off we went then to the Pinocchio Village House for lunch to recharge. Afterwards, we had some time before our next Lightning Lane multipass reservation, so we took in Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
10 minutes.
This attraction usually has about a 10-minute wait time, which is what we experienced without any Lightning Lane reservation. Once done, just a few steps away was our third Lightning Lane multipass reservation, that being for the Tomorrowland Speedway. Here, we saved 15 minutes, which was the indication for the standby line. Disney's Magic Kingdom is filled with so many nostalgic and endearing attractions, and for us, Tomorrowland Speedway is no exception. We had Nancy do the driving. Now, remember that Nancy and I early in the morning just walked on to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad without using any Lightning Lane reservations, right? We wanted to do it again. And in fact, we obtained a Lightning Lane multipass reservation for it. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, however, is all the way across Disney's Magic Kingdom. That is a long walk. So, we decided to take a short walk over to the Walt Disney World Railroad station that is next to the Barnstormer roller coaster and what is called the Fantasyland Station. I can't tell you the last time we rode the train here. Sure, it was down for the construction of TRON Lifecycle Run, yet we are so glad we did. It was nice to sit for a while and not to walk as much. And it was fun seeing the different parts of Disney's Magic Kingdom along the way. Once we arrived at the station closest to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, we saw that the standby line was 35 minutes. This was another large time saving for our Lightning Lane multipass purchase. Afterwards, we decided to walk back to the other side of the park. We were in no hurry. We had another Lightning Lane multipass reservation already waiting for us at Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Here, the wait time was a low 10 minutes for the standby queue. Afterwards, our last attraction of the day, TRON Lifecycle Run. It was initially down when we arrived, but we did not have to wait long at all for it to come back online. The standby line was 45 minutes long, so this was a great time saving, especially after a very long and action-packed day at Disney's Magic Kingdom. And that was it. Let's recap now our experience to help determine if Disney's Lightning Lane multipass and single pass upcharge options are worth the cost. Our first Lightning Lane reservation started at 8 a.m., even though it was temporarily closed at the time. Yet, we were in Disney's Magic Kingdom for the early park admission time of 7:30 in the morning, so we will use this as our starting point. We finished with the last Lightning Lane reservation, being TRON Lifecycle Run at around 3:30 in the afternoon. That would make it a full 8 hours in the park. Here is a list, in order, of the attractions, breaks, meals, etc. during those 8 hours. It started with Peter Pan's Flight, followed by It's a Small World and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, all walk-on attractions for us. Next, it was Pirates of the Caribbean and Jungle Cruise, followed by our first Lightning Lane multipass reservation for the Haunted Mansion. Then we had our back-to-back Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The first time was our second multipass reservation. This was followed by Mickey's PhilharMagic, and then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, our first single-pass reservation of the day. After lunch, we experienced Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor, with Tomorrowland Speedway, our third Lightning Lane multipass reservation. A ride on the Walt Disney World Railroad over to the Adventureland followed. From here, we experienced two more multipass reservations, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. We then finished our day at Disney's Magic Kingdom for our second single pass of the day, for TRON Lifecycle run. Next, how much time did we save in total? And this is only the time saved when we used Lightning Lane Reservation. It does not include any time saved because we intentionally entered the park at rope drop, meaning when it first opened. Nancy and I saved a total of approximately 3.5 hours at a combined cost of $63 per person. So in 8 hours, we experienced a whopping 16 different attractions plus our lunch break. Yes, it does require upfront planning before your day at Disney's Magic Kingdom, as well as flexibility during the day. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Was the 16 attractions plus the lunch break over the 8 hours worth it? What about the 2 single pass attractions and the 5 multi-lane attractions? Let us know in the comments. Here is another Lightning Lane video for seniors, this one about our experience at Disney's Epcot. Plus, a second Disney Travel for older adults and seniors video for you. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.